hang it over the front of the step.
We have to think about going down these stairs. You think you're funny, don't you?
This one's gonna be interesting because I gotta go through a metal plate. Solid like a rock, Kathy.
Next up is that railing to the top of the stairs. Welcome to our channel. I'm Kathy, and my husband Rich and I have been building our off-grid, earth-sheltered green roof home here in the Adirondacks going on 4 years now. We're in our third week of building our DIY rustic repurposed rebar railings, and this week we finally make it to the top of the stairway. And that means we have to not only build to railing guard codes, but we also have to consider the various stairway requirements, which includes handrails, clearances, and continuity. And of course, that comes with a whole new set of challenges for us.
So things are gonna be a little different, I think, over here.
Well, are we gonna do it like we did the other rails in the joist?
I'm not sure. There is a cavity underneath this to go in the joist.
Do we have a double?
No, it's
here?
not a double.
Look at that space between the top of the stairs.
Yeah, that's because whoever built the wall is slightly crooked.
It's a lot of space, though.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to fill it with something like a piece of 1/2-inch plywood.
We have to think about going down these stairs so that everything is kind of consistent, right? And looks good.
Yeah. So what we could do is hang it over the front of the step and notch it so it, sits down in front and then bolt it.
Will it be strong enough?
I don't know. I think
because we didn't do that with any of the other posts.
Right. But down there is no floor joist to go under and in between. So if we're going to start cutting through the step.
What about this? Are we going to cut the floor out like we did in all the other ones? Because then we'll have to cut this piece too, that part of the step. If we're cutting it, I don't know.
I want 2 inches hanging.
At least.
That doesn't leave much.
Maybe, could you put the whole post on the step? And not notch it at all?
Down here, you mean?
Yeah.
There's something there, but... and then big bolts right through everything?
Yeah. All right, we have some decisions to make. Stay tuned. Our home is dome-shaped, so this created some interesting challenges. We needed stairs to get up to the loft, which will eventually have a second bathroom and an open area for guests to stay over with an office. But we did not want a huge stairway taking up the entire center of our home. We thought about a spiral staircase, but we decided not to. So instead, we chose to tuck the stairs in a sort of corner of the home that would not interfere with our open concept. Unfortunately, this was also at a point where 2 domes connected and we had some curved walls to deal with. With the 6-foot 8-inch requirement going up the stairs for headroom and the way that we would need the stairs to turn, and because we wanted to be able to use the space underneath for our refrigerator, we chose to spend money and have them professionally designed and made. And of course, even with a professional, because our house is so unconventional, so is our stairway. We ended up with 3 changes in direction, a landing, 2 different stair widths, and even 1 angled stair tread. However, they did meet all the codes for height, landing size, treads, and depth, and everything else that we needed. And we thought we would have plenty of width for the railing until now.
I just want to cut that little piece of shit out of the way because It's in my
You
way.
can't curse in our videos.
Just so I have something to work
The
with.
piece of wood that's holding the plastic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
And
gotcha.
there's other stuff.
We're gonna have to move all this plastic and stuff out of the way a little bit so that we can get the railing done.
Eventually.
So we decided we're gonna try to scooch it a little extra to the right because according to New York State code, we have to have a clear,
31 and a half. We're at like 31.
so we're gonna have to just scooch it a little bit and hope for the best. You got 31.
And
Ugh.
a quarter.
You need to scooch it a little bit more. We need 31 and a half. When it came to putting the post in at the top of the stairs, we had to move it just a little bit to make sure that we had the required clearance. Unfortunately, that means that our rails that will connect across the loft will be slightly off. However, we're pretty confident that it'll be nearly impossible to notice. But because of this, Rich decided to notch the post so that 1 3/4 inches would rest on the rim joist and the other 2 1/4 would rest on the first step. All right, if you take out that whole section, then you could get those bolts in, right?
Find out.
All right. We bought these Timberlock, I don't know what you call them really, just Timberlock, to put that post in at the top of the stairs. So I think we're going to paint the ends over here black so it won't be as visible. I just want to take a quick measurement. 7 1/2. So your notch is going to be 7 1/2.
Alright, so now, get that post. What do I do with it?
This comes in handy.
Trying to carry that line.
That new tape measure is going to be here today.
Yeah.
That's
So
exciting.
I can see that. So now what I'll do is I'll take my saw blade. So we got this depth, we're good, right? 7 1/2.
Yep.
Okay. This is tricky because we want this to sit nice on the step
Yeah.
to the proper height. So now we gotta connect the dots here, which is no easy task. This is the moment of truth here. So what we gotta make sure is that this blade goes in that slot with the other one.
Looks good, babe.
About as square as we can make it.
All right.
Where's that square? Let's do something. Oh, that's on there. Close enough.
Really, I mean, we had no choice. So we had a problem staying in line with that post over there, but also keeping the 31 1/2 inch code here.
I don't know what we got, but probably a little tight, to be honest.
Well, let's see.
I don't think anybody's gonna give us.
Oh, you got it, Rich. You have it. You're there. So we needed 31.5 inches coming across.
Right.
However, we're going to have a second railing. And with the second railing, from here to that railing, we just need 27 inches. Mm-hmm. So we're going to make sure that railing doesn't stick out too much. And we'll be perfectly fine.
53.25 heavy. 42.5.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. I set you up with a little ass pad.
You think you're funny, don't you?
I crack myself up.
You
Kathy.
cracking me up too.
So yeah, that'll just give us a hand to hold things. I got this little shim to kind of make up for my space here, and it will not stay.
Little shim in there.
A little extra shim there. One of the things I need to worry about was the screws from the outside of the rim joist in here. There's 3 screws. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that I don't run my bolts to hit those screws. So I made marks where the screws are not. I feel like I could put one here and one here. And I'm going to carry my mark somewhere off center actually, because we got to be on the 1.5 inch away from that 1.5 inch rim joist, so it's going to be here.
So here's our rail. So when you do that second one, where's it going to be? It's going to interfere with our rail. So we're going to be raising the rail up a tiny bit.
Maybe I can get it in a little further. Make a mark. I've never used these before. We painted them black. They're not as decorative as we would like. We gotta touch them up, we touch them up.
I'm not worried. When does the back go on?
Right now. Ah, that's hot. Don't touch that when it comes through. Let's see what...
I'm sorry.
Let's just see where it is.
You're funny. Did you put this piece on the back? I didn't see
Not
that.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take it back out and put some glue in this thing.
Oh, all right.
I just wanted to see where it was gonna put me, and it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where we ended up, and we missed the screws, so that's good. Okay. Little liquid nails on here.
Okay.
This one's gonna be interesting because I gotta go through a metal plate.
Why?
Think about it.
The post?
Post thing.
The post is that high?
The plate is that high.
Hmm.
All right, ready, set.
Wow, that did really sock it home. So those bolts worked good, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
I think it's good.
rails tonight when we get home from work. What'd you say about the post?
I said it's solid like a rock, Kathy.
I love rocks, Richie.
Wow. Hang on, wait for it. Yeah, is that all you got?
Yep.
That's
That's it, baby. Took the piece of flooring out, took the bracket out, and gonna try again. It's 53 and 1/8. After all of that, the post was not plumb and the top rail ended up a little short. We solved the problem by loosening the post, cutting the bottom rail a little shorter, and installing everything before finally tightening up the post.
oh yeah.
Living on the edge there, honey.
Yeah.
Perfect. If you're interested in the details of how we built the rebar loft railings to code, please check out the links to the video in the description below, and please like and subscribe because very soon we will be sharing videos of how we build the railings going down the stairs, considering not only the 31.5-inch clearance, but also the handrail height requirements and the 6-inch sphere rule. All right, we just got back from Florida, celebrating our granddaughter's first birthday. And we brought home a few interesting choice. Good.
Some choice pieces of nice cedar. I mean, look at these slabs. These all came off of something. I mean, this one, of course, we could work it, but
Look how beautiful these are.
that one.
We're thinking we might be able to come down the whole side of the living room with them. Be beautiful.
Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities here. Plus these really cool posts, cypress posts. These are cool.
Those are really cool.
We're gonna, of course, trim the bottom, and they'll look like, you know,
Brandy new.
they'll look like little tree trunks coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
They're pretty tall. They're actually good.
Lots of good stuff coming with some repurposed wood that was laying around at our daughter and son-in-law's house.